Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Monday, the beginning of the work week, and work week it is. My two workers, they are here this morning, and they're actually working upstairs inside the comfort room, the bathroom upstairs on the second floor right now as we speak. It's about 8:30 in the morning, and they got here bright and early, and with some direction of what some of the things that we want to do today to achieve, they got started with that task at hand. Now, it is drizzling right now. I have rain dripping on my glasses. This has been the type of weather we've had since the typhoon kind of went through here, on, off all day. If it's not too bad, I'm going to get started on that little bit of fencing with using this composite post here back in the backyard. Well, that was long enough of an intro. Let's go ahead and get today's started. So, without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Well, it looks like the rain and the drizzle has subsided. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to work on that raised bed garden fence area. I'm here talking with Ness for a moment before I go out there. And I need to get my part of the day underway. So let me get out there and get that fence started. Well, it is lunchtime. It is exactly noon. So, magandang tanghali. So let's go do a wrap up of where we are right now. The work I'm doing outside in the yard and the work that the crew is doing on the inside. So you can see over my shoulder here, I am putting the posts in. I'm trying to establish all the posts, the correct heights. Remember, I'm not going to concrete this in because they're sitting right on top of the concrete slab foundation for the top of the cistern here. So what I did was I leveled them all out. I made sure that we got a perfectly level height all the way around, and that's just for aesthetics. That's all it is. Remember, this is just a raised bed garden, but even though it's a raised bed garden, I kind of want it to look nice. I want to have the aesthetics of the garden when I garden in the garden. I just want to have a good feeling inside there. So whatever you do when you build something, it's up to you. Everybody has different tastes. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get it very accurate. And the next thing I do, once I get all the posts in, this is basically a two-step process. It's mainly the exterior perimeter, and then I'm going to work around the manhole cover. That's going to be something a little bit different. It's going to look very similar, but instead of going down in the ground, you see there is a wall there. So we're going to mount the posts on the top of the wall there as well. And I need to be able to get inside, so there will be nothing on the backside. So it's going to go around, loop in, and go back, and the backside is going to be open because that's where the pump room and all the electronics are going to go for irrigation and things as well. So what I'm working on right now down in the basement, I'm cutting out little blocks, and the little blocks are going to be mounted to the sides of the post, and then I'm going to put, it's almost like a 4x4 post is what it is, and I'm going to slide it over, and I'm just going to secure it with screws. I'm going to do a top post, a bottom post that's horizontal, and then I'm going to go at an angle. I'm going to do like a 45-degree angle of the normals, basically like the balusters that are over there, the little pieces of wood that are in between, but it's going to look neat at a 45-degree angle. The way I'm going to mount that also is I'm going to take one of those, they look like 2x4s, but I'm going to rip it. I'm going to rip it to a smaller section, and I'm going to mount it on the post on the top and the post on the bottom, inside and outside, and we're going to slide those pieces of wood that look like 2x4s at a 45-degree angle, we're going to slide them in there, and it'll give a really nice, attractive look. Again, it's a raised bed garden. It's a vegetable garden, but it will look really nice back here, especially once this area that I'm standing, pretend I am standing right now inside the center of the koi pond, because that's what this area is going to be right here. Well, let's go upstairs real quick, and let's do a quick report on the progress that's going on inside the comfort room on the second floor, and then I'm going to grab some lunch. Those guys are already out to lunch. I think they're eating right over by the security post out there, and I'm going to get something to eat myself. Now up here on the second floor in the comfort room, in the bathroom up here, you see we are moving more over this. There was nothing here, remember, last time they worked on Thursday. So this wall is about, I'm going to say almost 2/3 complete here. I think they're going to, I believe they will complete this wall behind me today. Remember, we still have two full tiles that need to go up there, plus, this section right here, and this section right here, and this section here. Now, the change in plans this morning, it's really not a change of plan, it's just a change when we're going to do this, is I have them working on the granite. You see the granite ledge right here? I asked them to put a granite ledge here. Then there's going to be a granite, this portion right here, that's going to go up underneath this section right here. And then there's going to be a granite wall on the side. So this is going to be bordered. This window right here is going to be bordered by granite. Now, and that is also for aesthetics. Then once that's done, I can call up our window people, and they can do a readjustment of the screen that goes here. Remember, it won't, when they put the granite in there, it won't fit. So they're going to have to cut it, readjust it, and they will remount it, and we'll have a screen. At least we'll have a mosquito screen inside here, so we can have fresh air all the time going through the second floor from this area all the way through the bedroom over there, through the big windows over there. We'll always have a nice breeze up here without any mosquitoes or insects. Well, let me grab something in the old refrigerator, grab a bite to eat, and then back to work out on the raised bed garden for me, and those guys will be back upstairs on the second floor. Now, let me cut this off for just a minute. You're probably wondering, James, why are you watering right after a typhoon? Well, for some reason, it dries out really fast. When the sun comes out here, the ground dries really fast. And remember, bluegrass loves water. I mean, even when you have typhoon rains that come in the rainy season, that's what really made this grass grow. It loves water. So it's kind of dry, and I want to get some water down, especially after I cut it down to that level too. Now, we're going to do a summation of what happened today. I didn't bring the camera out after lunchtime. I got so engrossed in this project back here, the raised bed garden, I forgot to bring the camera out and do more of the time-lapse videography. As there's no need to do it in regular motion, because it took me about 3 hours. I think I worked on this about 3 hours after lunch. Let me show you what I did, what challenges I found, and what I did to compensate for the challenges. Now, as you can see, I've got a pretty big portion in this corner completed without the side. Remember, I told you I was going to do the diagonal rails inside there, and I might work on that tomorrow. I'm kind of at a halt. I'm at a standstill over on this side here, because now this down here, this is like the 4x4 posts inside. We have a post here and a post for the base layer that I have. And I was going to do a 4x4 on the top, but I ran out of material. I did a really poor job of going inside and looking what I had. I looked in the back of the garage, and it's stacked up about 1 meter high of material, and I thought, oh, we have plenty of posts, but what we have plenty of is this, the handrails, this like the 2x4 type of the composite wood that we have here. And I have I have enough of this. I think I have enough of this to do 2 more houses with the same amount that you have right there. I have so much of that. I don't know why my builder purchased all of that, and he purchased it with my money. I don't know why. But I have a lot, but I will make use of it because I paid for it, and there are lots of projects that I can do, such as this right here. But what I need is more of the post. And the posts come in, I believe, 12 foot, like a 12-foot section. So I need enough to do this one and that one will make 1. So it's 1, 2, I think 2 to 3 will do that. But I have to see if my local Wilcon has that in stock. So I am at a halt right now for this project, but I think it's coming out good, like I said. And those in between, those will be diagonals using this type of wood here. So I'm happy where I went on this project today. Now let's walk upstairs, where the focus of the work today was the tile inside the comfort room and the bathroom on the second floor. Let's see how far they got on that project. And remember, I also tasked them to do the granite around the window so that our window team can come in and do the modifications of the screen, the adjustments of the screen, and on the first floor they have to change out 2 windows. So let's go up there and see how far they got today. So I'm trying to look to see what we have the difference between yesterday and today, and I believe we have a lot more done here. And I identified a lot of this morning. I don't think we were all the way to the, I can't remember how far we were. But this wall is over, it's over 2/3 done, and they got it all the way to the ceiling up there, so that's good there. They were asking me lots of questions about this area today, and they went ahead and stuck the trim, the tile trim, in place in preparation for doing the tiling here. So what I'm having them do for this around the shower enclosure, this tile here is going to continue around to where you see this line right here. Now this line, let me see if I can find my travertine. It's actually down here. So this travertine is going to go here, and we are going to cut a bevel. There's going to be a small bevel. It's not going to be a 90-degree and sharp here. We're going to do a little trick so that you don't have to use trim on here. And it actually looks good with stone, especially natural stone like travertine. And we're going to do a little bevel on here, not quite 50% the thickness of, back on the thickness of the travertine itself, but just a small piece. So basically we're going to take it in the saw, put it on a 45-degree angle, and just do a little trim right here. Then on the back side right here, we're going to take the travertine towel, and it's going to match up against here. I only have 2 hands. One hand is the cameraman, and the other hand is the guy that's holding the props and everything inside of here. So I can't show you exactly, but I can kind of tell you. So what's going to happen is going to be 3 pieces of travertine here. All right. The center one is going to be a full. It's going to be a full. I think this is 2 inches wide. So if you look up here, it's going to go center. But you see on both sides, if you go to this, there's too much area, so it's going to have to be trimmed. So the way it's going to be is this is going to be full. There's going to be about 2/3 on this side and about 2/3 on this side, and it's going to go like this. Center one's going to go halfway up, and the one on this side is going to go halfway down. And this is actually the design that I used when I designed my renovation of my bathroom back in the U.S. Then tomorrow, this is all going to be completed. They told me all this is going to be done tomorrow. They're going to work on the beam. They're going to put this on the beam. They will be working on the beginning of the enclosure to the shower. These guys are actually moving pretty fast, much faster than when we stopped doing construction back in, what was it? It was March, in March when we stopped. So they looked like they got re-energized and they're moving good. So anyway, on the inside, once the travertine is done inside here, then we're going to put the same tile pattern we have on the outside, and it's going to be on the inside of the shower. But in the enclosures right here for the windows, we're going to put granite, and I'll show you how we're going to do the granite because one of our tile guy already did the granite over here. So I asked them to go ahead and get ahead and do this now so that our window people can come in and remount the screens up here. Remember, we didn't have this here before, and the screens went all the way to the tile, to the concrete hollow block inside the wall. Now that we have the finish inside there, they're going to have to adjust the screens. But this is what we're going to do. Just like the windows over here, we're going to do similar to this one. We're going to have a granite ledge on the bottom. We're going to have a side piece of granite, and we're going to have a topper. So just imagine a piece on the bottom, all the way side to side, a piece on the top, side to side, and then the granite that goes up that's going to wedge. It's going to sandwich in between the top and the bottom piece of granite here as well. And we're going to use black. We're going to stay consistent. This is black with some other designs. This needs to be a little, I want this to be a little bit different. This is a special area, the vanity. And I'm going to see if I can find this same granite that has a little bit of some sparklies inside here. I don't know if that you can see it from here. It's kind of dirty. But we're going to use this also for these window frames here. That's the plan. Well, my friends, that's about it for today. I'm going to close. I will call today success. Oh, and you didn't even see what my gardener did. My gardener worked over here. We're almost done with getting all the soil, the topsoil, and the sod for the front. Everything in the front, the driveway going down, but not the bottom, at the very bottom by the garage doors. That will probably start in about 2 days. I suspect he'll be done with this area in about 2 days, and then we'll do that. And then I have to do an adjustment by the gate where it comes in. It's a little bit too high. It has to go to the same level as the sidewalk. Well, that's the way I want it to be done. So it'll be kind of transparent when you walk from the sidewalk onto the grass blocks going through the main gate into the house. So again, that's about it for today. Tomorrow, lots of tiling is going to happen tomorrow. I asked them, I said, are you guys going to get to the travertine tomorrow? I didn't think they would. They're like, yeah, we'll get to that point tomorrow. So I'm like, wow, they are really pushing, and we're moving forward on that. Me, I will probably work maybe a little bit more on the raised bed garden because I have all this type of material inside there, and I'm going to attempt to do the diagonals inside there and complete 3 sections out of the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out of the 6 that I started today. So I would like to get half of it actually completed. Then it gets a little tricky and a little intricate around the manhole cover area that gives access to the cistern. But that's going to be fun because all that's above ground. I won't have to do any digging for that. It's just a matter of cutting, and I love doing carpentry type of work. So that's what I plan to do tomorrow. Who knows what's going to happen. I still need to go and source more of the posts. I'm too tired tonight to do that. Maybe tomorrow after work. It depends on what time the guys get off. If they get off around 4:30, and then I can grab a quick shower. I'll run down to Wilcon and see if they have it in stock. If they don't have it in stock, I'll see if I can't get them to order the amount that I need for the base pieces. I know it's somewhere. I've seen it in all different kind of Wilcons. Sometimes not this color though. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I don't think I have any shout outs for today. Let's see. Apone, I didn't see you do any work today. Why do you look so worn out, huh? I don't know why you look so worn out. He didn't do anything today. Oh, he did run around the yard a few times. That's probably what wore him out. I think we have a birthday shout out for today. You want to do a birthday shout out with me? Okay, let's do a birthday shout out. Well, anyway, Hapone says we are going to do one birthday shout out today. It's kind of a double birthday shout out within the same shout out, if you get what I mean. I don't get what I mean. So for tomorrow, September 18th, we have one birthday, Butch Lopez, and consequently, his son, Ron Lopez, is having a birthday just a few days later on September 22nd. Father and son birthdays really close together. Anyway, Butch says he and his family come from Bulacan. Bulacan is just north of Metro Manila, here in Luzon. And he said if I'm ever up in the area to come by and visit those guys. Well, Butch, I will try if I am north of Manila. I don't think I've ever been north of Manila yet, but one day I will be. So anyway, to both you and your son, I want to wish both of you a happy birthday. And tell everybody goodbye. Okay. All right, well, we're going to close for today. I need a shower. It was really humid today working back there inside that garden area. And tomorrow is another day. We'll see what happens then. So if you enjoyed today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Please share. And if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right-hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed and you'll be notified. He's not interested anymore. You'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed day.